In the quiet hours before dawn, when the oil flares from the rigs lit the horizon like distant bonfires, Kemi Adebayo awoke in his penthouse atop the tallest tower in Port Harcourt. At 28, Kemi was the epitome of success, a self-made billionaire whose tech startup, Delta Innovations, had revolutionized oil tracking software, making him richer than the kings of old. His name, short for Oluwakemi, meant God pampers me, and life had indeed pampered him. English inflected Nigerian names like his rolled off tongues worldwide, from boardrooms in London to deals in Dubai. He drove a fleet of Lamborghinis, owned yachts moored at the Bonny Island Marina, and hosted galas where celebrities mingled with politicians. But beneath the polished veneer, Kemi was lonely, his heart a vault locked tighter than his bank accounts. That morning, as the city stirred with the honks of okadas and the aroma of akara frying on street corners, Kemi headed to a charity event at the Civic Center. It was a PR move, nothing more. Donate £1 million to a local orphanage, smile for the cameras, and return to his ivory tower. Little did he know, fate was lurking in the crowd. Enter Neka Eze, a 26-year-old social worker from the bustling Eleme district. Neka, meaning mother is supreme, in Igbo, lived up to her name with a fierce protectiveness over her community. With easy-to-pronounce grace, she navigated life on a modest salary, her days filled with advocating for Delta villagers displaced by oil spills. Her beauty was natural. Warm brown skin, curly hair tied in a practical bun, and eyes that held the depth of the river itself. She didn't chase wealth. She fought for justice, organizing protests and running workshops on environmental rights. At the event, Kemi's speech was slick. Wealth is a tool for change, he declared, handing over the check amid applause. Neka in the audience rolled her eyes. When questions opened, she stood. Mr. Adebayo, your company profits from the very spills that poison our waters. How is this change? The room hushed. Kemi, caught off guard, flashed his charming smile. Miss? Eze, Neka Eze. Well, Eneka, let's discuss this over dinner. My treat. Perhaps we can find common ground. The crowd murmured, entertained by the spark. Neka hesitated, then nodded. Fine, but no fancy tricks. Just truth. That night, at a riverside restaurant overlooking the Port Harcourt harbor, the drama began. Kemi ordered lobster and wine. Neka chose pepper soup and gari. You think money erases guilt? She challenged, her voice emotional, recounting stories of children sick from polluted water. Kemi, for the first time, felt a crack in his armor. I built this from nothing, he confessed, his tone raw. My parents died in a spill when I was 10. I vowed to fix it, but success changed me. Their conversation stretched into the night, entertaining with banter. Kemi's witty quips met Neka's sharp retorts. Realistic emotions bubbled, attraction mixed with suspicion. As they parted, Kemi felt alive, Neka intrigued. Little did they know, this was just the beginning. But dear reader, this tale is vast, unfolding like the delta's endless branches. To dive deeper into these dramatic twists, hit subscribe now for more epic stories. And tell me in the comments, where are you watching from? The sunny shores of California or the rainy streets of Manchester? Days turned to weeks in Port Harcourt's humid embrace, where rainstorms washed the streets clean, only to reveal the grit beneath. Kemi couldn't shake Neka from his mind. He sent flowers to her office, exotic orchids from abroad. She donated them to the orphanage, texting back, pretty but useless. Plant trees instead. Entertained by her defiance, Kemi did just that, funding a reforestation project in her name. See, I'm listening, he messaged. Neka, wary but touched, agreed to a second meeting, a walk along the old GRA neighborhood, where colonial-era houses stood amid modern cafes. The air was thick with emotion as they shared stories. Kemi opened up about his orphaned childhood, fostered by relatives who saw him as a burden. I clawed my way up, he said, voice cracking, but now I'm alone at the top. Neka shared her own scars. A father lost to militants fighting oil companies, a mother scraping by as a tailor. We survive because we fight together, she replied, tears glistening. Drama escalated when a sudden downpour trapped them under a baobab tree. Lightning flashed, mirroring the electricity between them. Kemi pulled her close. Their first kiss was passionate, realistic, hesitant at first, then consuming. You're my match, he whispered. But Neka pulled back. Matches can burn everything down. Back home, Kemi's friends warned him. She's using you for clout. Neka's colleagues teased, billionaire boyfriend, dream on. The entertainment came in their secret rendezvous, stolen lunches at hidden spots like the Mile One Market, where they haggled over fresh fish and laughed like old friends. Yet realism crept in. Kemi's board pressured him for a merger that would exploit more Delta land. Neka discovered it and confronted him at his office. Choose your empire or your conscience. The argument was emotional, doors slamming, voices raised. Kemi, torn, promised change. But trust was fragile. As the Harmattan wind swept dust through Port Harcourt's avenues, drying the air and heightening tensions, whispers spread like wildfire. Kemi and Neka's budding romance became tabloid fodder. Billionaire's activist fling, screamed headlines. Entertaining scandals ensued. Paparazzi snapping photos at a charity ball where they danced under crystal chandeliers. Kemi, dramatic in his pursuit, gifted Neka a custom necklace with a delta pearl. A symbol of us, he said. Emotional, she accepted, but realism hit when his ex, a socialite named Lara Obi, resurfaced. Lara, jealous, leaked false stories. Neka's after his money. Neka Hart retreated to her family's modest home in Diobu, where mud roads and vibrant markets grounded her. Kemi drove there in the night, his luxury car sticking out like a sore thumb. Believe me, not them, he pleaded, kneeling in the dirt. Tears flowed, his from vulnerability, hers from fear. They reconciled, but the seed of doubt was planted. In a twist, Kemi invited Neka to a business trip in Abuja. There, amid the capital's glitz, they explored Aso Rock and shared dreams. Let's build something real, he proposed, not marriage, but a joint foundation for ecotech. Entertaining adventures followed, negotiating with ministers, dodging traffic in Danfoss. Emotional highs peaked when Neka saved a deal with her knowledge of local issues. But back in Port Harcourt, betrayal loomed. A rival billionaire, Victor Udo, sabotaged Kemi's company with hacks, blaming Neka's activist ties. The drama unfolded in boardrooms, with accusations flying. The Niger River swelled with the rainy season, mirroring the swelling emotions in Kemi and Neka's world. Kemi, facing ruin, turned to Neka for support. You're my anchor, he admitted. She helped investigate, uncovering Victor's plot in a realistic sting operation involving hidden recordings at a yacht party. Entertainment came in chases to the city's night markets, dodging shadows, dramatic confrontations, Kemi facing Victor in a heated duel of words at the Polo Club. You've met your match, Kemi declared, exposing the sabotage. Emotional depth deepened as Neka revealed her pregnancy, a surprise from their passionate nights. Our child deserves better than this chaos, she cried. Kemi, overwhelmed, vowed reform, divesting from harmful projects, investing in green energy. Their love story turned folkloric, told in bars over palm wine, but realism, morning sickness, family pressures. Kemi's aunt disapproved. She's not elite. Neka's mother warned, wealth corrupts. If this emotional roller coaster has you hooked, subscribe today for exclusive tales like this. Where are you tuning in from? The vibrant vibes of Johannesburg or the quiet nights of Toronto? Comment below. Flashbacks haunted Kemi as he wandered the creeks by boat, the water lapping like forgotten memories. He recalled his parents' death, a pipeline explosion that left him scarred. Neka, by his side, shared her own past, growing up amid protests, learning resilience from her mother's songs. Dramatic events unfolded when militants kidnapped a Delta Innovations engineer, demanding ransom. Kemi, emotional, negotiated personally, with Neka's guidance. Entertaining rescue, a tense boat ride through mangroves, guns drawn, hearts pounding. Realistic aftermath, therapy sessions for trauma, strengthening their bond. They moved in together to a waterfront villa, blending his luxury with her simplicity, bookshelves of activism tomes beside tech gadgets. But jealousy brewed. Lara returned, spreading rumors of Kemi's infidelity. Neka, pregnant and vulnerable, doubted. A tearful argument under starlit skies. Am I enough? She asked. Kemi's response, a heartfelt letter promising eternity. Port Harcourt skies darkened with tropical storms, foreshadowing turmoil. Kemi's company faced lawsuits from villagers, led by Neka's old friend Chidi Okoro. Divided loyalties tested them, Neka torn between love and justice. Entertaining court scenes, witnesses recounting spills, Kemi defending reforms. Dramatic twist, evidence cleared him, but revealed his father's complicity in past cover ups. Emotional breakdown, Kemi confronting his legacy, sobbing in Neka's arms. Realism, prenatal checkups, baby names debated over jollof rice. They named the child Ife, meaning love. A festival at the cultural center brought levity, dancing to high life music, sharing laughs with friends. In alliances unexpected, Kemi partnered with activists, funding cleanup crews. Neka, glowing in pregnancy, led workshops. Dramatic raid on illegal bunkering sites. Explosions, chases, heroes emerging. Emotional moments, ultrasound revealing a girl, tears of joy. Entertaining baby shower with Nigerian flair, drumming, feasting. But Victor struck again, bribing officials to block projects, realistic bureaucracy battles, endless meetings, frustrations. Thrilled by these alliances and twists, subscribe now to never miss a chapter. Where's your corner of the world? Bustling New York or serene Sydney? Let me know. Tension peaked when Neka went into early labor during a protest. Dramatic hospital rush, Kemi speeding through traffic, praying. Baby Ife arrived healthy, but Neka weakened. Emotional vigil, Kemi at bedside vowing, you've matched me in every way. Recovery brought realism, sleepless nights, diaper changes teaching humility. Entertainment, media frenzy over billionaire dad. Betrayal revealed, Chidi was Victor's mole, confrontation in a warehouse, fists and words flying. With Ife in arms, Kemi sold harmful assets, donating proceeds. Neka, recovered, co-founded EcoDelta with him. Dramatic launch event, speeches, fireworks over the river, emotional family bonding, picnics at Borikeri Beach, stories under moonlight. Realistic challenges, balancing work, parenthood, entertaining mishaps, Kemi burning dinner, Aneka laughing, Victor's final ploy, a smear campaign. Port Harcourt buzzed with gossip. Dramatic press conference, Kemi and Aneka united, exposing truths. Emotional forgiveness, Kemi reconciling with past ghosts. Entertaining victory party, dancing till dawn. As seasons cycled, their love solidified. Proposal on a yacht, marry me, my match. Tears, yes. Wedding blended traditions, white gown, kente cloth, emotional vows. Realism, honeymoon in Calabar, adventures in rainforests. Years passed, Ivy grew. Kemi and Neka's empire greened the Delta. Dramatic awards, noble nods. Emotional reflections, aging gracefully, mentoring youth, entertaining family tales, holidays with extended kin. Don't stop here. Subscribe for more legacies and loves. Where are you following from? Exotic Bali or cozy Berlin? In twilight years, under that same moon, Kemi and Neka sat by the creek's hands entwined. Their story, a folktale whispered across Nigeria, proved love conquers all. The billionaire had met his match, and together they rewrote destiny. Years have passed since their wedding vows rang out under the stars, blending Aso Ebi glamour with simple Igbo traditions. Their daughter Ife is now a spirited 8-year-old, and the couple's Eco Delta Foundation has transformed villages, planting solar farms where oil scars once bled. But legends never truly end. They evolve, facing new storms, deeper emotions, and unexpected joys. Dive in, feel the heat of the Delta sun, the pull of family, and the unbreakable bond that started with a challenge in a charity hall. The morning mist clung to the mangroves like a lover reluctant to let go. Kemi stood on the deck of their waterfront home in Borikiri, coffee in hand, watching fishing boats glide past. At 38 now, silver threads had begun weaving through his hair, but his eyes still held that fire Neka had ignited years ago. Neka joined him, arms slipping around his waist from behind. Ive wants to go to the creek today, says she wants to talk to the spirits like Grandpa used to. Kemi chuckled. Your father's stories are rubbing off. Soon she'll be leading protests instead of playing with dolls. Their life was a beautiful blend. Mornings of quiet family time, afternoons running the foundation, evenings filled with laughter and debates over jollof rice. But shadows lingered. Victor Udo, the rival who once tried to destroy them, had resurfaced, now a reformed politician pushing for more offshore drilling. Rumors swirled that he was eyeing their solar projects for sabotage. That afternoon, they took Ive to the creek. The little girl, with her mother's curls and father's sharp gaze, splashed in shallow water, collecting shells. Daddy, why do the flares still burn at night? She asked innocently. Kemi knelt, heart tightening. Because some people choose money over people, baby, but we're changing that. Neka watched, emotional waves crashing inside her. She remembered her own childhood questions, the pain of loss. That night, as rain pattered on the roof, she and Kemi lay awake. We can't let Victor win again, she whispered, not when Ive's future depends on it. Kemi pulled her close. Then we fight smarter, together. The chapter built tension with a dramatic board meeting where Victor's allies tried to block funding. Kemi's speech was raw. I was once that man who thought wealth was everything, but love taught me otherwise. Neka stood beside him, hand in his, a silent pillar. Entertainment came in Ife's innocent antics, drawing superhero parents, saving the Delta, an emotional depth in quiet moments of doubt. By chapter's end, they uncovered Victor's new scheme, fake environmental reports to discredit Eco Delta. Here's a glimpse of the serene yet powerful Delta that shaped their world. The tension escalated as Victor launched a media campaign. Headlines screamed, Eco Delta, greenwashing or genuine change. Kemi faced reporters alone one rainy afternoon in GRA, his voice steady but eyes betraying pain. Every solar panel we install saves lives. Ask the mothers in Amabiri who no longer fear their children drinking poisoned water. Neka, at home with Ife, watched the news, tears streaming. She called her mother. Mama, he's fighting for all of us now. Her mother's voice cracked. Tell him to come home for egusi soup. Strength comes from family. A surprise alliance formed. Old activist friends, including Chidi, redeemed after his betrayal years ago, joined. Forces, entertaining strategy sessions in their living room turned chaotic with Eve helping by drawing maps on the floor. Emotional peak. Kemi broke down one night, admitting fear. What if I fail them? What if I become the man I used to be? Neka held him. You already changed, that's why I chose you. The chapter closed with a daring move, Neka going undercover to a Victor-funded event, recording damning evidence. Drama unfolded in whispers and close calls. Thunder rolled over Port Harcourt as the evidence leaked. Victor's empire cracked, investigations launched, stocks plummeted. But he struck back viciously, sending anonymous threats to the family. One terrifying night, their car was followed through Diobu streets. Kemi swerved, heart pounding, Neka clutching Ife in the back. Drive, Kemi, don't stop. They escaped, but the fear lingered. Realistic aftermath, security upgrades, therapy for Ife, sleepless nights, entertainment in family bonding movie. Marathons, Ife teaching Kemi Nigerian slang. Emotional core, Neka and Kemi renewed vows privately under moonlight. Through storms and calm, you're my match, he said, voice breaking. Recovery brought growth. They took Eve to Calabar for a family retreat. Rainforest, waterfalls, peace. Ife swam in clear streams, laughing freely. Kemi volunteered at a local clinic, hands-on, humbled. Neka led workshops, her confidence soaring. A tender moment. Kemi surprising Neka with a rebuilt family home in her village, honoring her late father. Here's the joy of family life that grounded them. Years advanced. I fear now 12. Brilliant and activist-minded. Echo Delta expanded internationally, but home remained Port Harcourt. Drama returned. A global investor offered billions for buyout. Temptation tested Kemi. We could secure our future forever, he mused. Neka challenged, but at what cost? Our legacy is people, not profits. Emotional debates, tears, reconciliation. They rejected the offer, choosing impact over more wealth. Entertainment. Ife's school play, where she portrayed her mother, earning standing ovations. A major award ceremony in Abuja. Echo Delta honored globally. Kemi and Neka walked red carpet, hands entwined. In acceptance speech, Kemi said, I met my match in a woman who taught me true wealth. Thank you, Neka, for saving me from myself. Tears flowed. Ife beamed from the audience. Back home, quiet celebration. Suya under stars, family stories. Decades later, under that same full moon from the beginning, Kemi and Neka, now grandparents, sat by the creek. If grown led the foundation, grandchildren played nearby. Kemi took Nneka's hand, wrinkled but strong. You were right from the start. I met my match. She smiled, eyes misty, and we built something greater than money. The tale ended not with riches, but with love enduring, the Delta whispering their names forever. Here's the fusion of tradition and love that sealed their journey. If this emotional saga of love, struggle, and triumph in the heart of Port Harcourt moved you, subscribe now for more chapters, sequels, and Delta-inspired tales. And since you're right here in Port Harcourt, what a perfect spot for this story. Drop a comment. What's your favorite part so far? The drama, the romance, or the real Delta vibes? Let's keep the conversation flowing.